This is legit the sixth video I've recorded today. I just want to talk to you a little bit about the difference between be yourself, which is pushed by the corporations and everyone pretty much in this modern world, versus do what you want, because they are very different. Even though those two phrases mean the same, they are different. Be yourself is like this. You know, be like everyone else kind of thing. It's not really be yourself, you know? It's have the same beliefs as everyone and agree with everyone on everything. It's not do what you want. Do what you want is where you polarize people so that you know exactly what type of people your friends will be. Now, this is really scary when you start off, but I think I've kind of started doing it. It's just kind of become normal for me. Say somebody says something political, they say, "Oh, you know, I think that abortion should be legal." You're like, "Oh, no, no, I don't think so." Right? And they might be like really offended, and they might be get really upset at you. Right? That's a good thing because then you know that, oh, I probably am not compatible with this person as a friend or maybe as a partner. Versus, oh, I think abortion should be illegal. Yeah, 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 yeah. You sound like a bitch when you do that. Just agreeing with them so that you don't offend them or upset them. Offending and upsetting people has become like this horrible thing to do. When you do it, you know exactly if you're compatible with that person. Think about it that way. You are not wasting your time with somebody who you don't actually like being around. This goes for relationships, this goes for friendships. Now, you don't have as many friends, but the quality of your friends is much greater. So imagine you have 100 friends and you agree with 25 out of 100 of them on just about everything. And 75 of them, you will agree with them only because you don't want to offend or upset them, instead of just telling them what you actually think. First of all, I just realized my ring light's not on. Hold on. Sorry about that. Imagine you told them what you actually thought the first time. Imagine you did that instead. You'd save yourself time, energy, and space in your brain and space for other people. Now, say you had 25 friends that you agreed with just about everything on, maybe one or two things each person that you don't agree with on. But those are your only friends. Which one would you rather have? I think the answer is pretty obvious now. Do what you want makes you such a much more valuable person to the people that also do what they want instead. I'm not saying being a fucking asshole and, you know, being rude. Don't That's not what I mean. I mean, if you don't agree with something on some with if you don't agree on something with someone, tell them. Because be yourself, that's not really like mentioned in be yourself, is it? No. But do what you want is mentioned. And another thing is I've been in many relationships. I've asked girls, what do you think about a guy that just kind of does what he wants? Like he just kind of says whatever he wants, you know what I mean? And they tell me, she looks at me and she says, that guy is way more attractive, right? So the guy that laughs at her jokes that aren't funny and she knows they aren't funny, or the guy that agrees with her mindlessly because he wants to be with her, is less attractive than the guy that does and says what he wants. But you've been sold a lie about that. Isn't that crazy? This anti do what you want kind of society that we live in. Oh, let's not offend people. Let's not polarize people. Why? Not everybody wants to be friends with people they don't like, they don't enjoy being around. Why would you want to do that? Seriously. Like I want to know. Just start slow with it for sure. See if it's something that you can handle. Because it is really tough in the beginning, I'd say. You know, telling someone you don't agree with them. It's like being a yes man, kind of. Trying to break that habit. It's very difficult to break the habit of being a yes man. I was a yes man for years. And I had a lot of friends, but they weren't quality friends. I only had a few quality friends. When I could have had more quality friends and less fake ones. So I'm just saying, like, just don't be afraid to polarize people. Don't be afraid to tell someone, yeah, I don't agree with you. Don't be afraid to tell a girl that you don't agree with them. Like, you will be so much more attractive and so much more respected by everybody. Maybe subconsciously, some people will hate you for this, but for polarizing people. But like subconsciously, that shows people that you have self-respect. You have two testicles. You have a spine. Because I've met so many people who are afraid to speak their opinion in public because they're afraid of people not liking what they have to say. I'm speaking my opinion to everybody on the entire fucking planet right now. And some people are going to hate me for that. But they can hate me all they want. But I'm not going to listen to them because I'm polarizing them. And they don't like that. So I know that they're not compatible with me. You see what I mean? Like, it's why they hate people like Hamza or, fucking Charlie Kirk. Because they polarize people. They upset and offend people with their opinions because they just don't give a fuck. And everybody should be like that. Because we would have such quality relationships and friendships if we were like that. Imagine you meet a girl and she says, "Oh, I think abortion should be illegal." Right? And you're like, "Yeah, oh my I actually agree with you on that totally." But you do agree with her on it. Say like you do agree with her on it. Like I would totally agree if a girl said that. Right? But imagine the other way around. She says it should be legal and you think it should be illegal, and you agree, you are compromising your morals and your beliefs so that you can get approval of other people. That's the difference between do what you want and be yourself. Be yourself is the soft shell, um, low test, single testicle version of do what you want. People hate to hear that. People really hate to hear that. They really like this be yourself, soft, pussy bullshit. But I'm going to sit here and tell you do what you want. Again, don't be a fucking asshole. Don't be like creepy to women or some shit. Because that's bad. You're going to get beat up for that and you deserve it. But the guy who's not afraid to say no or disagree with somebody is way more attractive than the guy who agrees with her. Because she's probably used to that, right? Because most guys now are pussies. So do what makes you stronger, not what makes you feel good. See you guys.